Honorable Vaisnvava, respected devotees, gentlemen and ladies, beloved children, I feel it is my duty to serve you, but today health is not feeling well, difficulty. Anyhow, cannot stay in the room and I come to see you here. You all very much enthusiastic. Few days we stayed here and have got much inspiration, enthusiasm, and I am happy to see all the devotees here very firmly. They are proceeding in the line of Krishna consciousness. Actually, the conditioned souls have many conditions for their body. Mental body, that is called subtle body. Yes. Mental? Yeah. And difficulty always we will face. Life symptom is that you are always facing some difficulties here in this mundane world. Then it is not anyway new anything. Krishna tadiya padapankaja panjarantam addaiva me vishatu manasa rajahansa prana prayana samaye kaphavata pittai kantavarodhana vidhau saranam kutaste. One devotee, maybe this sloka of Jamunacharya, Kulasekhar, Jamunacharya, they are same group. Krishna tadiya padapankaja panjaranta addaiva me vishatu manasa rajahansa. The devotee said, today what is my condition? With this I can do something seva. But tomorrow, what will be my position, I cannot say now. Then addaiva me vishatu manasa rajahansa. All day is good day for me if it is present in front of me. I make it good day. Which way? Shravan and Kirtan. These two process, hearing about glories of our Lord and chanting the glories of our Lord. Prayers, chanting prayers. Through that, we are getting association of our Lord. And tomorrow, I do not know what condition will be for me. And that's indicating the prana prayana samaye kaphabata pittai kanthavaro dhanamidau saranam kutaste. Before dying, many symptoms coming to the body, also in mind. There is cough, mucus, rheumatism, and pitta, bile, many things increasing, and cannot talk also. The throat choked happening. Then that time I shall think my body or I shall think my Lord. This is Kulosekarasya. Prayer of Kulosekara. Many things taken Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, also Srila Guru Maharaj, from the Acharya Ramanuj sampradaya, the Jamunacharya, Kulosekar. Actually, all Vaishnava sampradaya, 4 Vaishnava sampradaya, it is recognized sampradaya, that is Sri Brahma, Rudra, Sanaka, Chattaro Kiti Pavana. But our connection with Ramanuja Sampradaya about the mood of devotion, it is very closer. In Ramanuja Sampradaya there we see the service to the devotees, they are very much appreciated. And all the devotees' mood of devotion, exclusive line following. And Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur also taken many things from Ramanuja Sampradaya for his missions organization. Tridanda Sannyas, it is existing in Ramanuja Sampradaya, and Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur taken it. Because in Kali Yuga, the sannyas is not appropriate. That is, conditioned souls, mind always freckled, and they are suffering from many things, mundanity.
Worldly.
Worldly. Yeah. Then they cannot be steady in sannyas life. But that sannyas called karma sannyas, that is not appropriate in Kali Yuga. But Vaishnava sannyas means bhav, taking bhav. What kind of bhav? Ye etang samasthaya paratmanishtham upasitang purvatamair mahadvi ahang tarishyami duranta parang tamo mukundangri nisevayariva. Mukunda means Bhagavan Krishna. Service to the Krishna wholeheartedly. Today I promise I shall do. I am taking that vow today, and nothing else I shall do. No other anything I shall do, only I shall serve Krishna. And service to Krishna, it is from starting from his devotee service and up to Krishna, it is very prominently we can see. Then this sannyas I am taking only for the service to Krishna, and through the service to Krishna I shall cross over the illusory environment and I will enter into the service world, and there also I have space for the service. And that way, taking vow. And Amanu Sampradaya, they organized Tridanda Sannyas. And Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur accepted that Tridanda Sannyas. This is good. Otherwise, Mayavadi Sannyas, that's also not Karma Sannyas, but that's not appropriate for Vaishnavism. Bhavan Prahur Ahang Dasa iti yatra viluppate. Maharaj, you remember that sloka's first line? Yeah, in Mayavad, there we can see the Lord and his servitor relationship, it is completely destroyed. And servitor finally telling, Soham. Yeah, I am that Brahma. And this way, their relationship destroyed, and devotee never will accept it. Even devotee will see any Mayavadi Mahaprabhu said, yeah, you bathe in Ganges, then be clean. This idea is dangerous for you. Your existence is vipanna. Vipanna.
Danger? Filled with danger?
If you think existence will go dangerous position, and you not. Here, yeah, Lord and your position is same. And not only that, their theory also, Tripoti Vinas, Gyan, Gyan, এবং Gyata, knower, knowledge,
and knowable.
And knowable. These three also destroy. And anyway, it is not happy situation for the jiva souls. Srimad Bhagavatam Naskarmam Apachyuta Bhava Varjitam Nasovhate Jnanam Alang Niranjanam Sutapuna Sasadavadra Mishare Nacharpitam Karma Jadapakaran. Whole world activated always. Maybe that transcendental world or mundane world. Mundane world, we are telling the passing soul, but passing always activated with some illusory environment. And transcendental world, they are also always going happily service to the Lord with varieties of relationship. But exclusive devotional mood, Mahaprabhu shown in his Ajinta Bhedabhed Tattva. Shuddhadvaitavad, Dvaitadvaitavad, Dvaitavad, Vishishtadvaitavad, all is Bad. But Mahaprabhu not said it is Bad. Mahaprabhu said Achinta Bhedabhed Siddhant. And one way Brahma and Jeev is same. Another way, never Jeev can say, I am Lord. That is all the Jiva souls manifested from his power, then quality of the Lord, very tiny form existing within Jiva souls, but insignificant and very tiny. Power cannot say, I am the whole. But he have quality. That is Achinta Bhedabhed, Siddhanta. And Brahma conception, what Mahaprabhu given us, that's also very clear. Je vadanti tattva vidas tattvang jaj jnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti sabdati. Advaya gyan tattva. Here is no English, no? Advaya gyan tattva.
Non-dual.
Non-dual.
One without a second.
Non-dual monism. Non-dual monism. Monism.
Non-dual monism. That's called Advaya Tattva.
One without a second. Truth, one without a
Advaya
second.
meaning non-dual, only one.
One without a second. The truth,
Yes.
one without second.
But that tattva has three identification aspects of that Advaya Tattva. One is Brahma, and another is Paramatma, and another is Bhagavan. But same tattva, like the sun, from far we can feel and see, sun is very big, glow, and there is some heat inside. But if we go inside of the sun, there we can see many things going on inside. From here also, scientists, they can feel it through their scientific knowledge. Given example, Jasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanna Koti Koti Sasesha Vasudhadi Vibhuti Bhinnam Tad Brahma. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami very simply told, translation is very nice and very simply, যে ব্রহ্ম অঙ্গকান্তি তাঁর নির্বিশেষ প্রকাশে সূর্য যেন চর্মচক্ষে জ্যোতির্ময় ভাসে. We are seeing the sun, one Jyotirmay globe,
Effulgent glow.
effulgent globe, that is form of Brahma. That is form of Krishna as Brahma. The Krishna, we are telling it is general way, but it is the Krishna Dham and Dhamer Jyoti.
Holy abode, and the effulgence of that holy abode.
Effulgence of that holy abode, this is perfect. And in that holy abode, they are going eternal pastimes of sweet absolute and infinitely. And all the jiva souls, with them some of extra power form, Paramatma living. And inside of that globe, they are living Bhagavan and going their pastimes. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Sabdate. Vadanti tattvavidas tattanjas jnanamadhyam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Sabdate. This is given some description, Srimad Bhagavad, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami clearly told, যে সূর্য যেন চর্মচক্ষে জ্যোতির্ময় ভাসে. The necessary to proceed with this knowledge, then other disturbance not will come to us. The Ramanuj Acharya, it is very clearly described in Sri Bhashya. And Vedavyas, he fully described the Krishna conception in Srimad Bhagavad. And anywhere we can see Bhashyoyam Brahma Sutranang Bharatartha Vinirnaya. Gayatri Bhashyaruposho Vedartha Parivinghita. All the Vedas, Artha, meanings we can see in Srimad Bhagavad. Not only that, Nigama Kalpataru, the Veda like wish-fulfilling tree, and Srimad Bhagavad is a fruit of that tree. And it is ostibulcal
Without skin or
and
stone.
without skin and without seed.
Stone.
That kind of fruit. Golitan phalam means without skin, without seed, and it is properly ripe.
Fully ripe.
Sukhamukad amritat dravasamchitam, and when it is coming out from Sukadev Goswami's lotus mouth, then it is more sweet and beautifully presented, that fruit in this mundane. Pivata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. the position of the jiva souls, when liberated position they are getting, after that, with their mood of devotion, step by step, they are going to bhavuk position. They are taking bhavuk position. That means tato nishtha ruchis tato, then
Tata Shaktis Tata Bhava.
tatha shaktis tatha bhava. Huh?
Tata Shaktis Tata Bhava.
Sadhukana,
Sadhukana Mayam Premna Prabhu Bhave Brot Bhavit Kama.
yes, their bhava means
They're called relishers, Maharaj. They're able to relish this fruit.
You
They're
can
able to
taste the
fruit
ecstasy
of the ripened fruit of the Veda. They're relishers.
delicious.
Relishers. They relish this
Jada
fruit.
relish koche. Who relish that fruit? Oh.
And all the Vedanta darsans gist given in first, second and third sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then it's expanded
From there.
18,000 slokas. The first sloka, they are everything given by the best. Ye janmadasya yatannayati tarata shati savikasara tene brahma vidajayadi kavaye muchanti jat suraya tejo bari mridaga jatha vinimaya jatrattisha gomisha dhamna sena sada nirasta kuhakam sattam parang dhimai. This way. It is completely transcendental truth and supremely ecstatical form. And that we will meditate. The Gayatri Mantram, we are meditating that way, and this is the gist of Gayatri Mantram. Here we will get through the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavat. And for that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not inspired to his followers, it's not necessary to make bhashya, that is Vedabhyas, a commentary. Bhashya means commentary. Vedabhyas himself given this commentary as Srimad Bhagavatam. But when some of the Pandit, they challenge, no, we do not want to hear it that way. You give new something interpretation, commentary, then we shall hear from you.
Acknowledge. Will acknowledge you. Accept you.
Then Baladev Vidyabhusan that time, sent by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he was that time very sick and bed, lying, always lying the bed. That was his position, very old. And he not went to that debating class. He sent to Baladev Vidyabhusan, who was very strong in Vedanta Darshan and other scriptures and Mahaprabhu's philosophy. And he taken the blessings from Govinda Dev and composed that bhashya. That's named Govinda Bhashya. When the Pandita of Jaipur, they give an objection, that Narayan is the supreme, and why Krishna Puja, the deity of Krishna, it was the rule of Rupa Goswami Prabhu's deity Govinda Dev in Jaipur. First they are offering to Govinda Dev, then they are offering to Narayan. And that was the objection of that Brahman society in Jaipur. The Narayan is the supreme, why you are offering to the Govinda first? And their advice, first Narayan puja will be, then Govinda Deva's puja. And that was that debating class. But when Vishwanath Chakravarti invited by the king of Jaipur, it is your sampradaya deity, you come and debate with that Panditas. But Vishwanath Chakravarti cannot go, and he sent the Baladev Vidyabhusan. He went there, and there is Galta, from 8 kilometers or 8 miles far. They are living that Pandit, they are debating Sabha.
Assembly. Debating assembly. They were assembled for debate.
And when representing Vaishnava Sampradaya, Baladev Vidyabhusan, and they told, where is your bhashya, commentary of Vedanta Darshan? Otherwise we shall not give recognition, and we not will hear from you anything. Then Baladev Vidyabhusan tried to
Avoid?
No, present.
present the Mahaprabhu's comment, the Srimad Bhagavat is Vedanta Bhashya. Then not necessary. We shall prove through the Bhagavat you have Bhashya, and it is Vyasadeva himself done. But they told, no, we not will accept it. Your sampradaya started from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we need your bhashya, commentary. Then Baladev Vidyabhusan said, if it is, then give me some time, 10 days time. And they said, what he will do with 10 days? And Vidyabhusan said, I shall give you bhashya.
They were already thinking that our sampradaya is separate from Madhva at that point? Already
Yes.
thinking that way?
Not they are only thinking, Madhva Sampradaya, Radha Govinda service is not in Madhva Sampradaya. Their Bala Gopal is the supreme in Madhva Sampradaya. And they are worshipped by the king, that Radha Krishna. Then they cannot say we are fully under control of Madhva Sampradaya. We are Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sampradaya. This way given identification. Then they ask, where is your bhashya? Then 10 days, within 10 days, he first went to the Govinda Dev and taken his order, Ajna, and started Govinda Bhashya.
But first, was Baladev trying to show that we were with Madhva Sampradaya or not?
Yes, Baladev told we are under Madhva Sampradaya, but our special quality and qualification, it is coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Speciality.
And that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru's Guru, Madhavendra Puri, he was Madhva Sampradaya sannyasi. And through that, our identification as a Madhva Sampradaya, but our speciality is Radha Govinda Seva, that is not existing in Madhva Sampradaya. Then it's identified other way, that we are special, not fully Madhya.
And it is stated there openly in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yes.
That came out in his Bhashya.
Yes.
The Bhashya.
Then they ask, then if you are a new sampradaya, where is your bhashya? Give that bhashya to us. And Baladev Vidyabhusan said, our bhashya written by Vedavyas. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. And for that our Acharya not make any bhashya. They told, no, we not accept it. Then Baladev Vidyabhusan said, oh, okay, then give me 10 days time. Then within 10 days, he made that commentary, Vedanta Bhashya, name given Govinda Bhashya. And he followed mainly Srila Jiva Goswami's Sat Sandarbha. And we understand a commentary of Vedanta Bhashya. There, before starting, he composed the Pranam Mantra of Jiva Goswami.
And he commented Vedanta, Gita, and what?
Gita, Vedanta, and Vishnu Sahasranam. That three who have, they are accepting as a sampradaya. The Pandit, Vishnu Sahasranam Bhashya, and Vedanta Bhashya, and Gita Bhashya. Anyhow, Vishnu Sahasranam and Vedanta. And Gita or not, I cannot remember, maybe Gita Bhashya. But Baladev Vidyabhusan, he have Gita Bhashya. The Vedanta Bhashya they want that very moment. And he gave it within 10 days, that Vedanta Bhashya. And after reading that, they understand that he is a great, not ordinary person, like Ramanuj, like Shankar, like Vishnu Swami, like Madhacharya. They tried to debate something, and finally they surrendered to Baladev Vidyabhusan, and he established the Govinda Dev is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Over that Narayan, his position, and his puja, worshipping will be first, then Narayan and others. It's happened there. That is very unfortunate situation many times coming like that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur about Mayapur. She had done so many things, and Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it is established fully. In the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he established fully, bringing the records from London and many things. Even Saraswati Thakur make Mayapur post office. Everything done. Now some nonsense. And they are organizing. Yeah.
No.
Yes, Prachin Mayapur. You heard?
No.
Yes, it's going. Who will fight with them? No, they are all the devotee of Kali Mata and devotee of Shoni Thakur, Saturn. Like that they are connected. And they cannot understand what is what, but for their own benefit they are organizing that way. And now who will fight with them?
What are they organizing to do, Maharaj?
They claim
Another Mayapur. Another Mayapur.
Claiming that Mayapur is in another place, not where it was revealed by
That way. Anyhow,
making another.
this age of Kali, Kali means Vivadaman Jug, means quarrelless. And always everywhere going some quarreling. Actually, we do not want to enter in that age. We want to make ourselves separate from Kali. That is our intention. How much we can do, and our Acharya done, that sometimes questionable, no doubt. But intention is correct. We do not want to go inside of the influence of Kali. And for that, Srimad Bhagavat organized not to go under that 4 directives or 5 directives. They are Kali living, special place of Kali. But after that, Kali have got full control of this mundane environment. But in the time of Parikshit Maharaj, he have got that 5 place. Dutang, Panang, Striya, Suna, Jata Rupa. Anyhow, the Krishna Surya Sama Maya hai andhakar, jaha Krishna taha nahi mayar adhikar. The Krishna like sun, and when sun rising, the darkness must go out. And where is sun, there is no darkness. This is Kaviraj Goswami's expression. Then where Krishna living, their darkness cannot stay. The Mahaprabhu and his devotee, they always advising to all, they keep Krishna in your heart, then all the darkness will go out from you. In your mind, Mana Krishna Niveshayat. Krishna is like sun, then you give your mind to Krishna, then Kali not will attack you. And process given, Mahaprabhu said, chanting the holy name of the Lord, it is very easy to get association of Lord Krishna. That is, holy name and Krishna is non-different, and holy name's form is transcendental vibration. But when it is transcendental, then it is living and not shadow, positive. And that is advice of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama iva kevalam. Then you will get association of Krishna. And this is the best process in this age of Kali. Because Kali only afraid Krishna and no one. All the god, demigod, they all controlled under Kali. But except Krishna. Krishna not under Kali. The Jaha Krishna taha nahi mayar adhikar. Then Mahaprabhu given that process taken from the scriptures. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Iva Kevalam. Kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gotironnata. And why it is that is non-different form, the Harinam with Krishna. Then you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but perfectly. Chanting necessary. And through chanting, he will reveal in your heart his manifestation, all the inauspiciousness make out from our mind, from our body, from our environment, everything. We can see some Mahapurush, greatest devotees, action. Some boys, our Param Gurudev, his Gurudev, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, walking in the road, he was like some half mad looking, this way he is going, and small boys, they are throwing little stone to him. And he is telling, oh Krishna, you are very naughty, and why you are throwing stone to me? I shall tell to Mother Jashoda, come to house, then you will listen from Mother Jashoda, she will beat you. This is the feelings of the devotee. Then when we will be enlightened with Krishna consciousness, everything will be related with Krishna consciousness. And all environment will be changed in front of us. The good or bad, everything is good if we are enlightened by Krishna consciousness. This is the feelings of our Param Gurudev, Gurudev, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Also Banshidas Babaji Maharaj, we heard from Guru Maharaj. Hey, তোমরা ওদিকে যেও না, সরে যাও তো। ওদিকে সব মঞ্জুরিরা রয়েছে, ওদিকে যাচ্ছ কেন? Some of the persons went to see Banshidas Babaji Maharaj, and he was intoxicated with his mood, divine mood. And he is saying that there is the Sakhis, servitors, maid servitors of the Sakhis. Maid servants of the Sakhis, they are walking around that house. That is his feelings. And some persons went to see him, and he told, why you are here? You go, there is manjaris are there doing arrangement of Krishna Seva. Why you are here? You get out. These are his feelings. And it is pastimes of Krishna and Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu, very miracle of their feelings. Anyhow, when we are trying to harmonize with this mundane world and transcendental world, it is very difficult to harmonize. No process to harmonize. You be in this side or that side. But in the middle, there is no space. Anyhow, Mahaprabhu given that consciousness to all the jiva souls. Only the process in this age, and it is in your hand, then you utilize it as best as proper. And if you can chant Mahamantra properly, no one can disturb you. No one, no.
Nothing. Nothing can stop you.
Nothing can disturb your mood of devotion. Anyhow, by the grace of our Guru Varga, we have got something. We cannot say we are full anyway. We have deficiency, but within there we have some good fortune. We are discussing about that matter. We are chanting that holy name. And we are praising our Divine Master and our Lord, glorifying our Lord. This is, we must say, we are so fortunate in this age also. This age is very bad environment, but within that we have some good space to practice Krishna consciousness. Some discussion. And now time, 9 o'clock come. It is good for me, questions answered, to give questions answered, but from tomorrow we shall start. Otherwise, every day, to searching some matter, we can read from the book, and we can discuss to take some matter. But my English is very poor and duty is very heavy. And always...
The Shastra is speaking to us through you. What no necessity to read, he is speaking to us.
Hare Krishna. I heard today Srila Swami Maharaj's one tape in Bengali, his lecture. How sweet and how simple. And how much they are Sarolata. Simplicity, we cannot believe it. He is telling to the Bengali section, Bengali group, presented there. I was in that meeting. I also gave a lecture that meeting.